Okay, kindly let me know what is an array. As of we can give n number of values in single variable. Okay, that's correct. Stores elements of same data type. Okay, that is also correct. For different number of values, you can store it using a single variable name, and it can be accessed through the single variable name. That is what Sri Krishnan was telling. And Kamali stores elements of same data type. Yes, it will store whatever the data type, since it is told that n number of values can be stored in a single variable. That is also correct. Okay, anything? Collection of similar type of data items as continuous memory location. Yes, it is another addition to the input, another input of that. So all the values, whatever we are storing with this array variable, will get stored in continuous memory location. Continuous memory location. Okay, an array is a collection of data items, all of same data type. Yes, right. Okay, I think you have given almost all the details, and the array can be accessed. That is, any value of an array can be accessed by using indexing concept. All those things we will be seeing. I think you are okay with the concept of arrays. Yeah. So this is what arrays. If we can use one variable name n, and in which you can store, here it is 5 values are stored. As far as this example is concerned, 5 values are stored in the variable n, and it can be accessed with the indexing concept. So n of 0 is the first value, n of 1 is the second value, n of 2 is the third value, n of 3 is the fourth value, and n of 4 is the fifth value. And always you have to note down that the indexing starts with 0 and not 1. The indexing will start only from 0 to I minus 1 if it is n of I. So let us see this program. Main of float average, sum is 0, int I, n of 5. That is, you have to declare the array. So this is an integer array. So this is called as an integer array. So an array of elements, 5 elements are there. That is the meaning of this is, I am going to use a variable I which will store an integer value, and I am going to use another variable called n which will have 5 values, which will store 5 values. So this is requesting the compiler to allocate 5 continuous memory locations. So 5 continuous integer locations means 5 into 2, 10 bytes have to be stored in a continuous memory location. It is a continuous memory location, right? So that is called the declaration. And here n of 5, I am going to use n with 5 values to be stored. Print of n to 5 numbers. So we are using a for loop for that. I of 0, I less than or equal to 4, I plus plus, that is 0 to 4. I n of 0 to n of 4 as it is given here. Okay. So percentage d ampersand is required, since we are going to use scanf. That is, whatever value you are entering, it is going to get stored in the address of n of 0, n of 1, n of 2, n of 3, n of 4 for each and every iteration of the for loop. Okay. And you are using another for loop to calculate the sum, and finally we are finding out the average and printing the same. A simple program which gets the 5 input from the user and calculate the sum and average of all the 5 values which are given as input. Okay. So some of the points we need to know are: array elements are stored in contiguous memory locations. The size of the array should be mentioned while declaring it. At the time of declaration, you cannot store do the declaration as like this: int n of, and always you have to use square brackets for indexing. This is not possible. Why? Means the meaning of this is we are requesting the compiler to allocate some memory space. If it is given like this abstractly, then the compiler will not know how many memory locations it has to allocate. So we have to mention the number of array, that is size of array, or number of elements to be stored in that array. Okay, so it should be mentioned. Okay, next, array elements are always counted from 0 onwards, that is indexing starts from 0 onwards and not from 1. Okay, array elements can be accessed using the position of the element in the array, that is n of I refers to ith element. Okay, so that is what I told it as indexing. Right? Shall I move on? Is it clear? I hope that all of you know this already. I'm just reiterating that. That's it. Everyone have given the all the concept of array. Yeah. Next. Getting loaded. Okay. Like an ordinary variable, array 2 can be initialized during declaration. You can even declare at the time of declaration itself, you can initialize the same. So this is the example how to initialize it. Int number of 6, and which is equal to, it should be, all the elements should be given as a set of values within a curly brace, separated by comma. You call it as CSV, comma separated values, right? So int n of, so if it is getting initialized, then here this can be left out. You need not to mention the numbers. Since it is initialized. The compiler comes to know how many values it has to store. So the same will be taken as the size. So even you need not to mention the size also here. If it is initialized itself, that is at the time of declaration itself, if it is initialized, then we may drop the number of elements here inside the square bracket, then float press off. So it is like that. Okay, so this is one point we need to reiterate. In C there is no check to see if the subscript used for an array exceeds the size of the array. This is a major problem. Most of the students will do a mistake here. So that is why their program will not work. They will keep on searching it. So this we have to keep in mind. Suppose number of 6, all the values are given. When you are trying to print n of 7, that is num of 7, it will print some garbage value. Whatever is available in that address, it will get printed, or some garbage value will get printed. So it cannot accept the size, or it will say it as an error. So data entered with a subscript exceeding the size, array size, will simply be placed in memory outside the array, probably on top of other data. Suppose if I am storing anything with n of 7, then whatever is the value, that address will contain some other important information that will get overwritten. So this will lead to unpredictable results, to say the least, and there will be no error message to warn. Yes, that is what I have told. There will not be any error message. It will print something else. Or when I am trying to store it during scanf, instead of for example here instead of 4, if I am going for 5, unknowingly if I am doing this, I0, I less than or equal to 5. Sometimes people may do this mistake. I is equal to 1 and I less than or equal to 5. If that is the case, then I of 0 some garbage value would have, means n of 0 some garbage value would have stored, and 10 will get stored here, 20 will stored here, 30, 40, 50 will be stored in n of, that is 4010. 4010 it will go and it will store 50. It may be another important information that may be used by some other program. So this particular memory location would have been used by some other program, then that program will get a worst result if it is parallelly operating. So 550 will get stored here, and whenever 4010 is accessed by some other program, it will print 50. Okay, since 50 is the value stored there. So when we are going with arrays, we have to be very careful on this indexing part, right? It will not give any error message. That is an important point. Okay, the next moral to be derived is to keep your program fit and fighting. That is, see that you never attempt to reach beyond the legal array size, right? Is it clear? The array size have to be cautious. You have to be cautious about the array size. See here, and when we store, you can see that 5000, since it is an integer, 2 bytes. So the next integer will get stored in 5002, 5004, 5006 and 5008. Okay, so coming here, int I m of, it is initialized 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, and when I varies from 0 to 4, I plus plus, d of m of I, d of m of I, and s of address of m of I. Okay, this is call by value and call by reference. How will it work? So m of I, whatever value, that is first m of 0. M of 0 will pass to here, d. Okay, d is a function. M of 0, what is m of 0? 55. 55 will be passed here, and coming here, n is an integer and it will print 55. Okay. Next, s of m of I, that is address of m of I. Address of m of I is, and m of I is 55, address of this is going to be 5000. Okay, so k will get stored, k will have 5000 passed. 5000 will be passed here. Okay, so just to know how array will work with pointers. Array will work with pointers and functions. So it's a simple example how it will work. Is that clear? So content of n and k when first call to d of and s of is made is 55 and 5000. Is it fine? Clear? Shall I move on? You may be knowing all these things, just I am refreshing things. Yes, incrementation of pointers. So as far as array is concerned, one important point I wanted to say before going to this slide. Now here k is been caught here, that is the argument, the value stored in k is 5000, which is an address. Suppose if I am using k plus plus instead of star, k plus plus or just k, I am trying to print k. When I am trying to print k, what is k? K is nothing but 5000. 5000 will get printed. When I am trying to do k plus plus star, then that is when I am mentioning it as that is one thing here, sorry. So when I am trying to print n here I am making a statement. Here I am making a statement like this: printf %d \n comma n. What will be the answer you will get? Printf %d n instead of n, sorry, m, sorry, m. Instead of this, I am just giving only m. I am not using m of 0 or m of 1. What will get printed? If I am simply writing m, what will get printed, or will we get any error message? Any idea? Yes? Any idea? If it is just m, all values printed, sir. Okay. Any other answers? It will give an garbage value. Okay. So both are good. Try. Anything else? If it is only n, that is m, right? In this particular program, it is m. Then it will print the base pointer, that is 5000 will get printed. 5000 will get printed. So always only the variable name, whenever we are using the only variable name of an array variable, then it shows the base pointer. It stores the base pointer. Whenever we use the variable name of an array alone, without indexing, then it will give the base pointer. Base pointer is that is address of the first value. Address of the first value. So that is what it is. So that should be very clear in your mind. Okay. Now see here, incrementation of pointers. So I is stored with 3, j is stored with 1.5, k is stored with c. This is character, float and integer. Suppose the following statements are now executed. X is address of I, y is address of j, z is address of k. Then 1002, 2004 and 5006 will get printed, right? Clear? So address of this is also given. Suppose the following statements are now executed. X plus plus, what is x? X is 1002. Yeah. So x plus plus means 1004. The next pointer value, that is the next address, is 1004, and here it is 2008. Why? Means it is a float value. So 2008. Character means 5007, only 1 byte. Again, this depends on the compiler. Online GDB compiler, this will also go for 4 bytes. So 1006 will get printed here. Okay. Is it fine? What will happen? This value of x will get changed. Instead of 1002, 1004 will be stored in the same memory location. In the same memory location. You have to check this. That is, x plus plus means x is incremented to 1 and it is stored in x. That is the meaning of x plus plus. Am I right? X is equal to x plus 1. It is incremented to 1004 and it is stored in the same location. Is it fine? Now, in that case, what is this? Base pointer is changed to 0th index to the first index. This is an important concept you need to know. The base pointer is changed here. We are changing the base pointer here. Whenever we are trying to access only I will get, it will point only the 1004. So we'll work out a lot of exercise on that so that it will be clear. Okay, I'm moving on. Interaction of array and pointers. See here, number of 0, number of 1, number of 2, number of 3, number of 4. You have stored 23, 34, 12, 44 and 56. I and j, I is a integer variable and j is a integer pointer variable. Now j is address of number of 0. Okay, number of 0. Assign address of 0th element to j. Now for I is 0, I less than or equal to 4, printf address %d with a tab. This backslash t is nothing but a tab will be given. Tab means a space, a pre-specified space will be given, and after that it will be storing or printing in the same line. So element %d backslash n, value at the address j. Now address of number of I, address of number of I, number of 0, right? First 0, right? Number of 0, address of number of 0, you will be getting 4001. This is address of number of 0 is 4001 will get printed first. Then here value at the address j, value at the address j 4001, value at 4001 is 23. So we will be getting 4001 23 first, right? Then j plus plus, j plus plus, j is 4001. Now j is incremented. So on incrementing, j becomes 4003. J becomes 4003. And in the same address value, in the same address. So j becomes 4003. Now coming here, I becomes 1 now. Second iteration, I becomes 1. Number of 1. Address of number of 1. What is address of number of 1? 4003. Now 4003 will get printed, and here what will be the element? Since the j is 4003 now, value at the address 4003 is 34. So 4003 34 will get printed. Is that clear? Is it clear? So you have to arrays, functions and pointers. If you are strong with this, any kind of data structures, be it what is this data structures, at the max you will be getting linked list, circularly linked list, linear linked list, doubly linked list, singly linked list, tree, binary tree, code tree, searching, sorting algorithms. That's it. If you could able to get all these concepts, there are different kind of sorting algorithms are there, bubble sort kind of thing, right? If you could able to do this, if you are strong in C, C++ and one of the data structure, either using C++ or Java, right? An OOPS concept thing, your basic language, C or Python, C++ or Java, data structures using either Python or C or Java is required. Then you can really clear off all the interviews. You can really get a better position in your interview, and you will get TCS Digital, Infosys you will be getting Power Programmer. So those will earn you 8 lakhs per annum package. It's very easy to get into all those positions. Okay, is this fine? Could you able to understand this concept? Yeah, I'm moving on. Yeah, two-dimensional array is also possible. For two-dimensional array, you have to use 2 square brackets besides the variable name. So we are using S as a two-dimensional array, 4 by 2, that is 4 rows and 2 columns. The first index is mentioning the rows, and this is mentioning the columns. And 3-dimensional array is possible, 4-dimensional array is possible, 5-dimensional array is possible, any number of dimension is possible, right? So there is no limit as far as C is concerned, right? S of 4, 2, 4 by 2, S 4 by 2, I. So we are declaring, at the time of declaration itself, the number of rows and number of columns are to be mentioned, right? And here for I is 0, I less than 3, I plus plus, printf, enter roll number and marks. Enter roll number and marks. Okay, scanf, address of Si, 0, address of Si, 1. Okay, each and every time. So 0 for, that is for rows, different rows, columns are being taken input, and here for rows, that is for the fixed column 0 and 1, this is getting printed. That's it. Is it fine? Right? Since there are only 2 columns, we are using this. If you have any number of columns, then you have to go for nested for loop to take the input or print it. Nested for loop is required for I and j, that is for the various values of I and j. We need to take the input and we need to print it. Then it is like this. Okay, you have to go for nested for loop. You have to go for nested for loop. Is it fine? Same way, if you want to go for 3-dimensional array, you have to go for s of 4, 2, 3, and you have to go for nested for loop 3 times. 3 for loops in a nested fashion. Is it fine? Yeah, I am moving on. Yes, this is one question I have asked you during the mock interview, initial interview process, selection interview. So what is the difference between pointer array and array pointer? What is the difference between array pointer and pointer array? Okay. So what is the difference between array pointer and pointer array? Now can you be able to tell me that? What is this? Is it array pointer or pointer array? Whatever given here. Whether this is a pointer array or array pointer. Pointer array. Okay. What is array pointer? Which is array pointer? So this is a array pointer, right? This is an array pointer, correct? Integer pointer, integer array pointer. This is nothing but integer array pointer. This is array pointer and this is pointer array. Array of pointers is nothing but pointer array. Is it okay? Is it clear? That is the difference between pointer array and array pointer. And I have seen in lot of interviews this question is asked. Yes. Okay. Yes. Let us come to this. We will see a few exercises today. I think it is all very simple. A of 5, I, static int b of I, right? I 0 from 5, I varies from 0 to less than 5. Either you have to use less than or equal to 4 or less than 5, right? So what will we get? I is getting printed, A of I is getting printed, B of I is getting printed. What output you will get? Almost we have crossed 260 pages of the book. The total book content is 494 pages. Out of 494, almost we have crossed 260. It's a big thing, I'll say. I don't know how far you have got all these inputs. Yes. What will be the output? So what will we get? Please let me know. Yes. So certainly for I it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Very good. A of I. What is A of I? How come A of I is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and B of I is 1, 2, 3, 4? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, for I can understand 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. What is A of I? A of I, anything is given. Have we stored anything for A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3? Okay, then what will we get? Yes, yes, you are right. Then what will get stored and what will get printed? What is the storage class? Garbage value, yes. What is the storage class of this? If nothing is mentioned, what is the storage class? What is storage class? Auto. For auto storage class, it will have its garbage value. So anything will get printed here. But B of I, since it is given as static storage value, storage class, you will get 0 here. For B of 0, B of 1, B of 2, B of 3, B of 4, you will be getting zeros. Here any garbage value you will get. Anything you can get it. Is it fine? Okay, okay, fine. So whatever storage class for single variable or an array variable, it is going to be the same, right? Next, how about this? Static variable is used, but you have initialized that 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Integer I, for I is 0 to 4, I plus plus. If I less than or equal to 4, then I square, right? What will happen? Yes. So what will we get? So what will be the output? Just think आराम से. Any guess? Why it is error? 10, 20, 50. After this, some garbage values, sir. Okay. There is a semicolon for loop. Yes. This is an important thing. Okay. Since semicolon is there, there will not be any output at all. Yes, you are right. Since there is a semicolon, there will not be any output. One thing. Suppose if the semicolon is not there, then what will be the output? Yeah, you are right. You are right, Vishnupriya. No error, but there is no output. Error is not going to be there. Okay. So, what will be the output if semicolon is not there? First time it is coming I0, 0 less than or equal to 4. Yes, satisfied. It is coming here. What is 0 value? Then its I value is 0. 0 into 0 is 0. So, sub of 0 will get stored with 0. And when you are trying to print, it will become, is it correct? Is it 0? I is 0. So 0 into 0. 0 into 0 is 0. That is stored. Already 10 was there. So 0 is stored here. So sub of 0 is already 0. So 0 will get printed. Next, it is coming here for the second iteration. I is 1. 1 less than or equal to 4. So 1 into 1 is stored in sub of 1. So 1 will get stored here. So the same 1 will get printed here, since there is a backslash n available here. And so you will be getting 4, 9, 16. Yeah. So 0, 1, 4, 9 and 16 are the result. Fine. Shall we move on to the next program? Shall we move on? So what will be the output of this? Int of b5, main of static int a of 5, int I, for I varies from 0 to 4, I plus plus, b of I and a of I. So what will get printed now? What will get printed? It's easy. Okay, fine. So since it is static, given as static, whatever answer you have got is correct. All are 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So 5 rows of 0, 0 will get. Okay, you're all right, Kana. Next, how about the output of this? Because array can store only similar data type. Yes, it's all similar data type. What is the problem in this now? Yes, static float array of 1.2, 12, 2.4, 24, 3.5. Oh, you are talking about this 12, 24, 3.35 and all, right? Right? Whenever I am storing a float variable a with 3, what it will happen? A constant is stored here, then it will be taken as 3.00. So there is no problem in it. There is no problem in it. Okay. So whatever you have told, it is given in that explanation, in the book explanation. Were you expecting an error message? Because in the array initialization, some values are integers, whereas others are floats. Well, the initialization is perfectly alright. When we initialize array of 1 to a value 12, yeah, all array values printed, sir. Yes. What really gets stored in array of 1 is 12.000. Same thing happens when we try to store 24 or 35. Okay. So all the array values, that is 1.2000, 12.000, 2.4000, 24.000, 3.500, 35.000. So all these things will get printed. Okay, fine. Thank you for the day. So other things, rest of the things, so all the exercise programs of this particular chapter need to be seen, right? So thank you so much. Thank you all.